Happy New Year, everyone. We are
Hey.
back. I'm here with Peggy from The Gathering. So thanks for joining us today. I'm here with Jessica, who's wearing a really cool new hat that I can't tell you about yet.
Oh, sneak peek. Pay attention.
It's got a little round quilt block
Uh-huh.
badge on it.
Mhm.
Super cute. I want to wear mine. Okay, I don't know what that is. But anyway, so thank you for joining us today. Heidi, Kaylee, Drew, no sitter today, so here with mom at
What's
work.
up,
Isn't that
Drew?
great that Drew gets to come to work with us? I asked him if he wanted to come sit between us. He said no.
That was a no-go.
He's a smart boy.
Smart boy. Is Drew the one that's in one of our photos? So I think it was Starlight Gathering's book. Drew is the little baby in the little baby bed, like, toddler bed, that anchor or boat bed that I had at Anchor Point. And he's just like this big. And we photographed him. Yeah, he's the one with the beautiful blue eyes too, right?
Uh-huh.
He can be a lady killer. Okay.
Look out, Mom.
So we have lots to talk about today. Of course, please comment. We always give away some wonderful prizes. We are going to talk about subscriptions today in our main focus. And yes, I'm going to give you a sneak peek, even though I don't want to, because it's so cool. I want to reward everybody who's hanging out with me and sticking with me, because you're awesome. And I don't want to let everybody know, but you know what? If people want to leave, then they're going to just see what they're missing.
And Cooper is at it again.
All right.
Notice there.
And
Aw.
Cooper,
Gave us a $20 sticker.
oh,
Nice.
man, she's most awesome.
The
Yes, thank you, Anne. You are.
best. She won a prize like last week or a couple weeks ago. She tried to give it away
She tried to give her prize away.
to somebody else.
Aw.
She said-
She's
and I
just
said,
too nice.
Too bad. I
Oh,
already
there's the
nailed it.
confetti.
She gave it away.
So, Anne, if you want to give your prize away that Heidi sent you, you can just give it to some
Stitchy friend.
worthy soul.
Yeah.
Right? Some worthy soul. All right, so we'll get rid of the announcements, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes. But I just want to say Happy New Year.
Mhm.
I want to say that I thought I was going to be a little bit more ready, but
It's like, oh my God, what day
it's
is it?
okay. Like, I'm totally fine with it. Like, I feel really good about where I am with all the projects, all my deadlines. Yes, I would like to be a little bit better, but nobody's like yelling at me yet. So,
Yeah.
All right, Peggy, let's do some announcements.
All right.
First of all, I want to say this.
Yep.
All right, we have sent out, or it's on my blog, right, Heidi?
Yep.
This calendar that you can either download or print or whatever you want to do of everything that's going on here at The Gathering. So I think that was a blog post maybe a week ago,
Last Thursday.
last
I don't
Thursday.
know, but I posted it all over the place.
All right,
like
so
last-
grab yourself one of these,
They can go to,
and then you will know everything. The girls worked really hard on that schedule, and I love it because it's prettier than normal.
You're
I
welcome.
like prettier.
They can go to lisabonjean.com.
Yep.
All right.
The blog.
Are you mic'd up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
lisabongean.com. It's kind of like a landing page where you can do a bunch of things there. You can sign up for quilt-alongs. You can get information on if we have a pattern correction for your anything you're working on. You can check there, and the pattern corrections are listed alphabetically. And I just want you to know we are sending a new finishing pattern for Starburst. I know I didn't tell you that yet.
You heard it here first.
And I am officially fired from pattern correcting.
So the one
Yep.
that went out
The one that went out,
isn't good.
it's got a few little snafus in it. Nothing major, but it's wrong. Okay. Or I mean, there's a little, because my pattern proofer is so good. And I'm like, no, this is an easy one. No, I got this. I didn't have it. Okay. So I officially fired myself. No longer will I be proofing any pattern I did not do. So,
Okay.
isn't that great? I
Off
even
the
feel
hook.
so good about that.
Off the hook.
And we're like, got her an official email and everything.
Now I just have another person to chase down.
Yep, we'll have another person to chase down to do it. Don't be chasing me because I stink at it. Okay, and I'm going to admit it. And I stink
Well,
at
that's 'cause
it.
You look at it 5,000 times.
Well, I look
and
at it and I know what to do, so I
Yeah.
don't find all those, those little itty bitty nitpicking things.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm not built that way either.
No,
I'm not a
really?
perfectionist.
Who'd have thought?
But Kathy does an absolute wonderful job of doing that for us, and we really appreciate her. And she finds it all. She does. I mean, I think she might have missed one little thing in a whole like year and a half of doing it for us. But
Cool.
okay, now let's go into announcements.
All right, so I have to put my other eyes on here.
Peggy just got surgery.
I did. All right. So
surgery.
I know this is so hard to get back in the groove.
I know, right?
We had clubs here for 3 days this week, and it's like felt like a fish out of water.
I know. I even forgot about.
I know. She forgot about
I
her
come in about
club.
noon, I just kind of breeze in, and I'm like,
Hey, what's going on
She goes,
here?
"This is sitting." So I'm like, "Oh, okay."
So
They're
anyway.
fine without me.
So we have our usual suspects here. We've got rug hooking. First one is on the 19th of January. Now these are all held on Sundays
Rug hooking.
because Susie works full time. So
And
that's
working
when,
on retirement soon, though, right?
Yeah.
It's like only.
it's
It's not that.
yet,
Is
I
it
think.
still
Yeah,
a couple?
Yeah. Yeah. So January 19th, February 9th, March 9th, April 6th,
And if I'm home for
May
any of them,
4th.
I will be there.
Okay
I
then.
am getting so close on my rug. I'm so excited about it.
I'm not.
Well, you must come then.
I know. I haven't worked on it since October. Anyway, so all clubs are $25 and include lunch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you're having trouble figuring out what's what, besides this lovely printed copy that we have,
That says all that. So, like, if I would have looked at mine this week, I would have known that Stitch and Stitch was yesterday.
Yeah.
All right. So all of those are on there. Our lives are on there. Anything else? Like, let's find a different color one. So, like, I know we have Jen Kingwell coming. So those would be like private retreats when we
Yeah.
have students and stuff like that. So any stuff going on at the gathering, that's their calendar.
And if you don't feel the need to print this, you can still go to the interactive calendar on primitivegatherings.us under the events tab.
Yeah.
You can also find that at lisabongean.com.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
So we have many ways for you to get to us. And if all else fails, call the gathering.
Yep.
920-778-8031. Stitcher's Gathering. It's becoming a very popular club. Next one is actually January 20th. February.
See, there's 2 this month.
Mm.
Except I won't be here.
No, this is Stitcher's Gathering.
Oh, Stitcher's
This is
Gathering.
Joanne's group.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Don't hoard in on Joanne now.
Oh no.
January
She
20th.
does good without me.
February 17th, the 12th. Actually, they're having a little retreat at the gathering.
Oh, good.
The 12th through the 14th of March, and then May 19th. So if some of you haven't guessed already, April is a slamming month for us, so we're not really doing any clubs in April. We are filled to the gills.
With
stuff.
With retreats.
Correct.
Private retreats, right?
Correct. Wool Club, January 22nd, February 12th, March 26th, and May 21st. So you'll notice the pattern here. We're only giving through May.
Okay.
So anyway, couple new Bernina education events. Bernina Barb, who's wonderful, is doing a learning circle.
Like little kind of like more like exclusive little mini
Correct.
intense classes.
Yep. So she's got 3 of them scheduled: January 16th, February 20th, and March 20th. So there's different items for each of these classes. So focus in on a different project or a different technique. So you can call us at the gathering for more information about that. Cost of that is $50. That includes lunch. And there may be some small kit fees or specific things you need to bring for that class. So we can give you more information on that. If you've never stayed at the gathering, Sip, Sew, Shop, and Stay is a lodging event to get people acquainted with the gathering. Come hang out, make some new friends.
So it's a one-night stay.
Correct. You check in at 9 o'clock on Friday morning and you're out at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
Includes some meals, all for only $200.
Some goodies.
Yes.
Little Yeti tumbler
Oh,
in my favorite
tumbler?
color.
Purple one?
Yeah.
Oh, how
Has
did you do that? Did you like have an input
Just
on
asked
that?
me what color I wanted to do the tumblers, and I said purple. So there we are. For this time anyway. Anyway.
Some people will come just for the purple tumbler.
I know, right? So we have 2 beds left for the one in January.
Ooh, Only 2 beds?
2 beds.
That's awesome.
Now you got to be willing to share
and you can do it.
make friends and
Because, like I said, you stitch till you can't keep your eyes open. You go crash. You can wear earplugs if you are bothered by anything. The minute your eyes wake up, you go brush your teeth and you go out and sew.
that's
You
right.
worry about combing your hair later on.
When your roommate's not in there or
Come
whatever.
out in your pajamas. It's all good.
And then we're starting to book another Sip, Sew, Shop, and Stay, a Friday, Saturday event, the 21st of March.
Okay, so if you can't do this one, there will be another one coming.
Correct.
And that's an excellent price to stay overnight and sew for 2 days straight.
Figure out what the gathering's all about and then
Yep.
come back and see us again.
Yes.
Oh. Do we have any sneaky peekies for this? or no?
We could have a sneak peek, but I'll do it next week.
Okay. All right. So let's get on this one. Lisa does 2 different retreats that are usually a day-long
These are
session.
day retreats. We switched Love is All We Need, or You Need, or We Need, or who
Whatever
whoever
love we
needs.
need.
Yeah.
Who needs it? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I named it. I wrote it down. I am so bad right now. I can't remember nothing.
Okay. That's why you have worker bees that can help you with that. So anyway, love is all you need.
Yeah.
Wool session and cotton session. So the wool session is on Saturday, February 8th.
Mm-hmm.
The cotton session is on Monday, February 10th.
And some people are staying for both.
And they are. And if you book for both, you get a $50 discount.
Okay, there you go. And I can tell you a little bit about what's going on. So because I actually know.
Yay!
Yay. All right, so the quilt is going to be you can make it as big as you want. I'm going to give you lots of fabric so you can make it to fit a king size bed, but you can adjust how many hearts you're going to make to what you need, right? You could do 2 small quilts out of it. And it's a 1-day class. So we're going to have your kits ready beforehand so you can pick them up and starch them so you won't be starching that day. But it's simple enough that you really won't have to starch, but I don't want to do it without starch.
Yeah.
All right. So I promise we will have those kits early. They probably could cut them if I know exactly what we need by now. And then the wool day will be one really nice wool project, a stitchery project, and we'll see how much room there's left in the budget for anything else. But I only get 1 day with you. And then, of course, we're going to do a little swag bag for everybody and shower them with all the love they need.
And Erica usually whips up something yummy like lattes and raspberry scones and all kinds of yummy.
I'll find something cool on Pinterest and make her make it. She loves it when I do that to her.
Yeah, yay.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get signed up for that.
Okay.
For sure. So we can make sure we have room for everybody. Cabin Fever. This is a new retreat for Lisa.
This is a brand new one that they stuck in there.
So this is March, so it's getting a little bit. I know people are concerned about the weather all the time, but
hey, we work around the weather. If there's, they're predicting the biggest storm ever. Hey, come a day early if we, and pretty much we probably could.
Yeah.
And, you get snowed in. Hey, cool, right?
Right.
But
right.
I think in March we're gonna be fine.
So actually, I know that right now I have 8 beds open for that one. Plus, we can take some days.
So not a lot.
So right, but the more the merrier.
Yeah,
and we can take some days.
And we are gonna do a log cabin quilt, but it's a really cool log cabin quilt, and it probably will have some wool applique on it. And think a star log cabin. It's gonna be awesome. Okay. I just didn't pick the exact fabrics yet, but I think I want to do flannel if there's enough flannel around here.
So if you're close enough and you want to just come for the day,
but there'll be other projects too.
We can accommodate that too. So give us a call at the gathering. By the way, when I'm talking about these retreats of Lisa's, you cannot sign up for those online. Okay. You have to call us because we'll have to make sure that
there's
we have
too much information for those retreats and stuff like that we don't want to, to anything get lost with the online ordering thing. Yeah.
Correct. I did want to mention too that quilted coat classes continue. We've had one and we're about to have the second one here starting this coming weekend. We have classes available in May 5th and 6th, July 11th and 12th, and August 4th and 5th.
This weekend we have a quilt?
We have people checking in on Sunday
Oh,
for
on Sunday.
quilt to quilt class.
Okay.
Yeah, all kind of fun.
All right.
I only have 3 spots remaining in the May class. So if you don't hang on the fence
Let me
about
tell
some of
you,
this stuff.
Whenever I wear that coat out, because I took it home and I wear it, like, oh my God, like
Wow.
the least expecting people will stop me and like, oh my gosh, that just reminds me of my grandma's quilting. And I'm like, yeah, isn't it awesome?
You should print out the flyers and hand them to
Yeah, I should make sure I put a whole bunch of business cards in that dang pocket of mine, because you know how big those pockets are in that coat?
Yes,
They're like this big.
they are. They are. And plenty of availability if you're looking for July 11th and 12th. And then
6 months away.
But you know what? I have people booking like solid for October of 2026.
Good.
So
Pretty soon I'm not going to have to teach too many retreats.
wrong. Because that's the first question they ask is, when is Lisa teaching?
Yeah.
And I have 6 spots remaining for the August class. So,
Okay.
and Barb's wonderful. So anyway, and I think
she don't even need me. I was there last time for to help people cut their quilts.
yes, but people like
Nobody needed me. She's so
people
good.
like to see you.
Well, I come in and
All right, so pay attention now.
Okay.
Sit and stitch. January 7th, that ship has sailed.
Yep. I missed that one.
the
See, but I got another chance.
The 21st, 28th, and 29th.
Holy crap. No
You've
wonder
got
I
3
skipped it.
chances. Yep.
You're making up for it because we don't have a lot of them.
Mhm.
in
February
April.
4th, 11th, 25th, and 26th. So we don't start. Sometimes we do AM, PM sit and stitches, but only after the time changes.
Okay.
Because we don't want people traveling.
Yeah, it's
at
too
night.
dark here. Yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay.
And
Well,
that's
good
enough.
job. So if you have any questions at all about the gathering, about any clubs or classes, feel free to call Peggy, Lori, or Barbara at in the retreat land over there. They will help you with any of your questions that you have.
Perfect.
Okay, and I'm just going to throw this out there. We will be releasing the Jen Kingwell classes soon, right?
Yep.
We're almost ready.
Logistically, that's a little more complicated.
Yeah.
So we'll be working on that here shortly.
Cool. All right.
All righty.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right. You didn't mic up really good, did you? She's like dragging her thing there. All right. So one of the things that I want to remind everybody about, and I don't think I do this enough. I think sometimes we should have a little intermission and we should have like little commercials for some of this stuff so I don't have to say it. But I just want to remind everybody about our Comment Sold app, or I just call it our app, right? So if you know nothing about our app, just go to your app store, whatever one that is, whatever phone you have, and type in Primitive Gatherings, and voila, we have this cute little storefront as an app where we do so much on there. Jessica has, I think she's like committed to do 3 times a week this year. As long as she has stuff, we don't sell it all. That's the problem we have. We sell some stuff there, but so just kind of remember that that's driven by her live presentations. I usually do them after the live here, so we will have a Comment Sold today. And guess what it's on? All the stuff I'm going to show you from previous wool boxes. So if you weren't in the wool box, now's your time to snag some of these things. And then you will be able to see like how much some of these things are and what a nice discount you get when you do subscribe to our subscription boxes, which I will talk about for the meat of this going forward. And then I also want to remind you, I'm going to sneeze, hang on. I don't want to do it in my mic. Maybe because I laugh now, I don't have to. All right. All right. I think I'm good. But just in case, yeah, give me that. Thank you.
Say, if you gotta sneeze, stare into the sun. It's like, wait,
Stare into the sun? Is that the skier's
it's like
trick
you go
or
like
what?
this. No, it's not a skier's trick. It's just,
All right. I do want to
advice.
remind you about our loyalty points. So any money you spend with Primitive Gatherings, whether it's on sale or not, gets accumulated to a loyalty point program for you. And when you reach our threshold, you will get a $20 coupon from us. So you can use them anytime you want. You can save them. You can use more than one at a time. You can use them as soon as you get them. I think there's probably a few exclusions, what you can't use them on, probably subscription boxes and stuff like that, right? Because those are subscriptions, and those are those are automatically charged through some fancy program. We are so technical here now that I can't do anything myself anymore. Somebody else has to do everything, even proof patterns. Okay, no. All right. So I just want to always remind you about those two things because I think they're very important. And we really want to reward you for being a real loyal customer. And we want you to trust that we are always going to take care of you here and do whatever we can to make you happy within reason, within reason. And we just love that you're our customer, and we want to keep on rewarding you for that. All right, so just before I get into the subscription boxes, I have a little list here about some of the things that you can join us with on 2025. So if you're looking to get into trouble, no, I didn't say that. If you're looking to hang out with us, have a lot of fun, be inspired, learn some things, there's multiple ways that you can do that. And one of the things is our quilt-alongs. And next week I'll be talking about our Unity quilt-along, and we will be launching that. So I know a lot of you are excited for that. If you know nothing about that at all, go to lisabongean.com, go to Unity. What?
As we've been saying, the information page is not completely up yet because we're not launching until the 16th, but there have been several blog posts leading up to it.
Okay, so
they're
blog
need to go to the blog and
search Unity and whatever
search
comes
Unity,
up.
or just scroll because I've got all those icons and you'll be able to see where it says Unity.
Okay, so
they've been recent blog posts, so they shouldn't have to scroll too far.
All right, so hopefully you heard all that and you will get to know that. So there's plenty of ways to participate in that, and we've given you lots of options, whether you have a lot of fabric at home and want to use it, or you want to purchase from us. I know our subscription is closed. I know they're working on it right now, and it will be shipping out soon. And that's going to be really fun, and it's going to be a year-long quilt-along. And we love those because, you just do a little bit each week, and by the end, you have this awesome quilt that looks like it took you 6 years to do. And last year's was Twilight Stars. So if you want to get an idea, it's not going to look anything like that. All right. But just kind of an idea of what you can accomplish 1 week at a time when you are stitching along with us. And of course, we're going to do weekly prizes like we did with Twilight Stars, and we'll do a grand prize winner as well. And speaking of grand prize winners, remind me not to forget that, right?
Yes,
because that was in her folder.
Yeah, it should be in the binder wherever she put that.
She stole it.
She stole my binder.
She stole your binder. I remember the name though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Because she's kind of local.
Oh, it's right here.
Okay. All right, I got it.
Yep.
If I hang that on my lap, I won't forget. Or just give me that. There you go. All right, so a year-long quilt-along. So fun, right? And then you can always participate in our wool subscription box and our cotton subscription box, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. And then we also have our mini quilt-along that we release monthly on the 23rd of each month. Unless it's on a weekend, then we either go before or after. And then we also have coming up a pumpkin spice gatherings quilt-along. We really didn't talk a lot about that. It's going to be based off of the Fat Quarter Tower from Pumpkin Spice, and then some yardage for background. Then we also have our weekend quilt that goes out monthly as well, and one releases this Friday. Tomorrow. And how many you want to see it? Because I have it right here with me. So I'll show you. I think I always give them a peek, right? Don't I?
Usually.
I think I do. The week that it releases, that Thursday, I think I always tell you. So I'm going to show you our weekend quilt. So that's another thing that we do monthly. And then if you have signed up to get this, Vanessa's program here, Vanessa Christensen from V & Co. She has this wonderful workbook. Mine's all printed out here. And I didn't start until January 6th because I don't like starting the first week in January. Because guess what? Tomorrow is officially Quitter's Day. Nobody or half the people don't make it past tomorrow. So you know how you do that? You don't start until tomorrow. Okay? Then you won't be a quitter. But if you have joined this under the coupon code, which is Lisa25, so you still can join. I have your emails and I will be contacting you and talking to you about sending you an email and talking to you about our group that we're going to form and stuff like that. So I didn't forget about you. I just don't like starting right away because I don't want any of us to be quitters. We're going to be a year-long group egging each other on. And Vanessa has a wonderful group too that I've been kind of participating in as well. So I think her Facebook group, and you will get invited, you'll get the information if you sign up for her workbook. And it is, I think, Creative Movers and Shakers or something like that is the name of her book. Okay, so join me if you want to do a year of more. And it's not like more things that don't matter, it's more things that really matter, more happiness, more time, more taking care of yourself, all those things. So I'm super excited about that, and we will be diving in, and I will be emailing all of you on that. Okay, so then 2 more other things that I want to just throw out there. We have some travel opportunities for you. So the quilt behind me is called Outlander, right? Outlander Star?
No, it's not.
What is it? I'm like, yes, it is. We are going to go to Scotland because I am Outlander obsessed. All right. I just love the show. Even though it's a little woo-woo with the time travel thing, I got over it, right? I love the history. I love learning about all the events that happen. And now I'm going to be able to go to all of those historical sites that I see in the shows. Now, I read the books twice, so I really love, because you were waiting for the next one to come out way back when. And thanks to my friend Val, who got me hooked on them, I don't know, probably 10 years ago. But I love Outlander so much that I created a couple quilts with Outlander names, like Outlander Star, Fraser, I named one, because all of my flannels are God, like I said, I can't talk today. All of my wools are mimicking, all my flannels mimic wools. Okay, I think I got it right here. All right. So I use wool fabrics as inspiration for all of these flannels. So I named a lot of these after Outlander things. All right, and I would love for you to join us, whether you want to come with a partner, a friend, whoever, come join us. And one of the funnest things we are going to do is we are going to visit the tartan weaving mill where they make all the Scottish plaids and tartans for all the clans. And maybe we'll even learn whose tartan belongs to what family and all that fun stuff. All right, so that's one of the things that I am most looking forward to. And I bring it up now because if you sign up before the 15th, you get $500 off. And I could spend $500 a lot of different ways. You can use that as your spending money on the trip. All right, so spread the word around. If you know anybody who's Outlander obsessed like I am, maybe tell them about this or go with them. But it'll be super fun even if you're not into Outlander.
The prices that are shown right now,
yes,
that's the discounted price.
Okay. All right. So if you go to crafttours.com, all of the information is there. You can talk to anybody, and you really only have to put a down payment down. You don't have to pay for the whole thing all up front. Just get your spot, get your discount, and go from there. Okay. We will have more opportunities to travel if this one doesn't work for you for this time. It is November when we are going, and I'm super excited about it. We also, in early 26, have a cruise that I'm going to do with my friend Roseanne from Quilters Emporium Quilt Shop. She was the first person ever to ask me to do an excursion with her. So she asked me when I was at market, and I'm like, sure, I'll do another cruise, because guess what? Why not, right? So it's been a while since I've done a cruise. But March 1st through the 8th, we're going to go to we're going to leave from Galveston, Roatan, Honduras, Puerto Costa Maya, Mexico, Cozumel, Mexico, and then 3 fun-filled quilting days at sea. And I and Edita from Laundry Basket Quilts are going to be your teachers. So that is exciting. And all of the information is there as well. So if you want to go on an adventure with us, here's your chance to hang out and have some fun. And yeah, and do some stitching. Okay, so lots of opportunities for you here with Primitive Gatherings. Okay, now, what I want to talk about first, when should I talk about this stuff? Should I do it when I show that project? That's the fabrics for people are asking about the project in the last wool box. When I do it? Yep. Okay, toward the end. All right. Okay, so we do have a winner from week 4 of our Countdown to Christmas, and the winner is Lois Wilhelm. You have won. So you have won a $50 gift card that we will get to you when you email Miss Heidi here at Primitive Gatherings. So congratulations, Lois. And remember, whoever completes this quilt top first could be our grand prize winner, and post it in our Facebook group. So we're waiting for whoever that is to get that done. And I know some people are working pretty hard on it. I was pretty impressed. Okay, so good luck on being our grand prize winner on Countdown to Christmas. All right. So one more last announcement before I get into the subscription boxes. And this is, I just want to do a shout out to some of our employees for their anniversary of working here. So we have Nick Bongean has worked here for 20 years. Where did that 20 years go? Holy man. And then Luke Neubauer, 13 years. Colleen, who is working in Bernina quilting quilts. She has been here 5 years. Terry Heenan, which is our graphic designer, 12 years. Debbie Placence, I never heard that name before. So Debbie's been here 2 years. And then Julie Feet has been here 6 years. And Julie has really kind of done a lot of stuff through the years, but she's only officially worked 6 years since she's been retired. But she has done a lot of things. So that's really not fair. But officially on the payroll and all that stuff, you know. So congratulations to all my employees. We really appreciate all your hard work here at Primitive Gatherings. Okay. When was I supposed to talk about these? Is that coming up? Okay. Remind me, okay?
Yeah.
If I don't forget that one.
It's on your paper.
Okay, this paper?
Yeah.
Should I do this for now? This is hard work. Okay, so I really want to talk about our wool subscription, our subscription boxes. We have wool and we have cotton, and they are 6 boxes a year, every other month. The odd months are the wool boxes. The even months are the quilt boxes. The quilt box is $45 and the wool box is $72. So if you add that up, somebody do this for me quick. 72 times 6 and 45 times 6. That's 90. What's that? 432? 270. Okay, so remember, this is for the whole year. All right, so for less than 450 and a little bit over 250 for the cotton box. Jessica has done a fabulous job of rounding up everything that went into last year's boxes. Because I know we used to do some quilt box reveals, and then we kind of just didn't do them for a while. So we're going to show you everything at one time here, all what came in the box for the whole year. Now, I do want to let you know that sometimes you have to add backgrounds, or you have to, not everything is included in what we send you. So a lot of times we send you like a layer cake and you have to pick your background, or you have to add the background, because obviously in a box that's valued at $45, there's not room to put in 6 yards of background. But you get to pick it and use creatively what you want. You can make whatever you want, it look however you want with your fabrics. And you can always follow what we do, or like I said, pick a totally different version, a different color, and everybody loves that when they see something else in a different color. And I just want to point out that the $72 and the $45 are 30% off the cotton and 40% off of the retail value of these boxes. So you are getting everything at a discount, severe discount. And what this does is it really helps us with the big expenses in these big buildings here. So we can count on this as income. So when you do this, you support us. Now, I get that you're not going to love everything that I make for you, all right, or that Alicia makes, or that Jess puts together. I get that, all right? So with that being said, because you're buying these sight unseen and you don't really know what's in them, but it's a fun surprise. And we think that with the value that is in these is very, like I said, there's one quilt kit can be over $250 for a whole quilt. And then of course, one wool project, if you're doing an ongoing block of the month, that is well over $500. So I just want you to kind of, see the value and trust that we always do a really good job of this. Yes.
If they are already signed up for one of the boxes, do they have to renew?
No. If you are in, you're in until you cancel. And there is a one box, whatever you call it. You got to let us know one box ahead, because we plan our numbers for the next box. Hey, somebody gave us some more money. Thanks for all that awesome coupon in December quilt box. I've already used mine. See, we give you coupons too. And I promise you that we have really gone through and taking all of your advice. And I mean, we can't do everything that you tell us you want us to do, all right? But we have taken this to heart, and we really have focused better on what we're putting in this box. Way more stitching stuff, not so much fluff, not a lot of pouches and mugs or any of that stuff. We're really going to really concentrate on quilting supplies, wool supplies, all that kind of stuff. So I'm super excited about the first two boxes. All right. Now, is this the point where I show you? No, I'm going to make you sit through. I'm going to make you sit through the year's worth of projects first before I might show you a sneak peek. So let's start with the quilt box first. And I think Jessica said that is the pile over there of the quilt box. All right. Then what is that wool box? You can help me too if
These
you
are
want.
all kind of wool boxes, and yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you love any of the boxes that you're in, tell us, okay? Because sometimes the only love we get, or the only squeaking we get about, is the people who are quitting on us for their reasons. And let that, I get that some people are overwhelmed. I get that you have too much stuff. All right. I get that you can't keep up. All right. But here's what you do. You give them away to people. All right. You donate them. You honor somebody who's a new quilter, a new stitcher. All right. Because the value is here, and people will love you to death if you share some of the things. And there's de-stash places. We see some of our items being put on a de-stash site and resold. Okay, perfectly fine. You do it. You paid for it. You do whatever you have to do. And we know it, and it is what it is. So you paid for it, and you can sell it. No problem, right? Because you're just recouping your money, and you probably might even make a little money because, sometimes you're selling it for full retail value when you got it for 40% off. All right, so let's start with the quilt box, and I'm just going to go through, and remember, this is a year's worth of projects, and remember, you're probably not getting the extra fabric. You want to come say hi? Come say hi. Here, come say hi. Come say hi. Want to sit?
I just want to clarify that the gift boxes did not have a coupon. Only the subscription boxes had a coupon. So I know there was somebody who said she didn't get it. If you're in the subscription box, please email store@primitivegatherings.us and we'll get you a copy of that. But if it was the gift box that you think you're missing the coupon, that one did not have one in it.
Okay. Yeah, and I just want to point out that several times a year we'll do a exclusive box that's just a one box, standalone. It's not part of the subscription. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And I mean, was it just a physical coupon? Okay, so we could have missed it.
Possible?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because we're not, not everybody is perfect when you're doing that many boxes. All right, so let's just go through this. And you want me to start off with the February box, and you've got them in order. All right. Okay, quickly. Let's just do it. So it came with 2-inch of triangle paper. Let's see. I'm going to just go grab the.
Whoopsie.
I thought that was in my pocket.
Correctly.
Well, you have to turn it back on. All right, hang on. I might have just killed my mic. Oh, here it goes. There. Got my cute shirt, right? It's cold here. And we try to theme the project so, you're going to get something that can be seasonal. So this was called XOXO Runner. Isn't that fun? So you probably got some sort of charm pack with this. And that's what it made. And you would have had to add the Bella Solid. And we always tell you what the fabric is that we used. And then this was another stinking cute star quilt. There you go. So you got the triangle paper, you got that, you got some, this looks like a couple squares of binding fabric, maybe.
No, that was from Starburst.
Oh, so we had, did you get Starburst down?
I forgot. I just dang it.
Oh, people.
Just remember, we're a small business here.
I know, right? Hey, guess what? I'm glad I'm not the only one that can't remember stuff.
Like maybe you need another planner.
It's hanging in the shop loud and proud, but we'll show you a picture of it. Do we have any pictures of it, Kaylee? All right, you work on that. Okay.
Maybe we can just take
So
camera.
all of the boxes include an ongoing project, whether it's wool or cotton. So kind of keep that in mind. And we'll show you. So this first February box came with those 2 quilt patterns. It came with the triangle paper. I'm looking at some caramels were in there. And then the Starburst to kick off Starburst. Kaylee's looking for that picture right now. She will find it. So it came with, as soon as I go back on camera, I'll show you. She's going to show you the full quilt. So you got a little package like this with 4 fat quarters, and that's what you made. That's what the 2-inch triangle paper was for. And right now they're finishing this up because they just got the finishing directions. And like I said, you're going to get new ones today. So delete that first email. We're sending you the corrected version of that. And it's so nice that we have that capability of just sending you an email with the correction. Okay, so that was the first box in February. Then the April box was more of the Starburst. And then look at this baby. I think this one was called Bowie? No.
Red, white, and Bowie.
Red, white, and Bowie. So it's a nice size quilt here. This one came with a jelly roll of this fabric here. And remember, we're working with pre-cuts. So you have to keep that in mind that we're limited on design. And I'm telling you, You don't know how hard it is to work with a pre-cut and to make something really cool and awesome time after time again. So we want to bow down to Miss Alicia because she does a fantastic job. I cannot do it. All right. If I had to work with that same pre-cut all the time, I would just like, but she does an awesome job. So this one came, and then it came with a little stitch thing. Oh, right here. So you know your machine, can you come up close? So this right here is like a little thing that you might have on the back of your phone. All right. So these I put on my machine. And then this is where I park my scissors or my little snips or my key that helps me take my needles out and all that stuff. I park them right on my machine with it. So they got one of those as well. And remember, everything that I'm going to show you today is probably going to be on comments sold after this today. So if you don't belong to the quilt box or the wool box, these items will be for sale for you. And it's going to be full price, no discount. So join our 2025 quilt box. Okay, so that one was April's. And then we have June. All right, so June, we have this cute little maker. No, this ain't it. Or is it? Okay, it's just a different one, right?
There was
Okay.
a combination that they could have gotten.
All right, so here's what this box looked like. Good job, Kaylee. All right, so there was a bunch of these little buckets. So they got a variety of each one of these. I would want the whole set. So I'd be like, hey, I want these to go with the one I got. So now you're going to order the ones you didn't get. You put your scraps in here. So you put the red scraps in this bucket. You put the pink scraps in this bucket. Did anybody else think about this but me? You know, the orange, the blue, all that. So you got one of those. Here you go, Jess. You want those back?
Yep.
All right, and then we had a 5-inch charm of feed sacks, and that is by Lindsay McCrae. And she has the most wonderful color palette. I love this turquoise and gold or whatever she does. It's just fantastic. So this is the quilt that was made out of that mini charm, or not mini charm, sorry, 5-inch charm. And then, of course, you got the Starburst, 4 fat quarters for that. And then they got a charm pack from Stonebridge, and that is one of Jill Shawless's. So we kind of have a more, a little bit more traditional runner here with her charm pack. You got to check out the quilting on here. And then look at this back. Good use of a cheater. So you got this on one side and you got that on the other side. How genius is that? Yay! Jessica, was that you?
Yeah.
All right, good job. That's the first time I've seen that. All right, and then of course you got the caramels, but that was it for that box. And then box number 16, which was August, you got your packet of the 4 fat quarters for the ongoing. And then we got another couple of charm packs, and let's see what those quilts made, or those charm. This one I think is called Honey Bloom. There's something so sweet about this. So this is a Bella Solid that, do you remember the color? Driftwood? Driftwood. It is so beautiful and so soft. Great baby quilt for a crib or hanging on the wall behind the crib. So that is just gorgeous. And remember, Alicia's doing this all out of a 5-inch charm pack. And sometimes we can put a jelly roll in, and sometimes we can put a layer cake in, because you know how much those things cost, right? They're like $40 themselves.
They're
All right,
$48.
$48 now. All right, so Strawberry Lemonade is a quilt made from another charm pack. And we are still able to starch. So if you are a starcher, we always take that into consideration. So we're never using the full 5 inches, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Again, this one had a chip clip. No chip clip. But Jess will find me one. I know there's a bunch of them up here because we use them all the time. And then caramels.
for. I mean,
All right, let's take a drink break.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chips break.
I know where Sue has her stash.
Right, and we just want to put primitive gatherings on everything, including your chip bag. So if you stay up really late at night, and you need just a little snack, we got you covered.
Your candy bag.
What?
Or your candy bag.
Or your candy bag. Mine right now, I shouldn't be admitting this, but I have those pull apart licorice. I got a whole bag of that in my studio right now because I'm working on. So it has a magnet, so you can put it on the fridge or wherever, and then it has primitive gatherings, and it's cool. Like I stole 12 of them because I love these things. So I took 12 of them. I'm the boss.
She took 12 chip clips.
I know. We order more. Okay, so that was the August box. All right. Oh, we love this one. Do you have the pillow too?
Yep.
Good. Okay. So this one.
Where's September?
Where's what?
September would be wool box.
Wool box.
Okay.
Yeah. We're doing cotton first. All right. So look at this beautiful pillow. I appliqued an A on there for Alicia, so she gets this. So this is Tilda fabric. Isn't it gorgeous? We even give you the expensive, beautiful, fabrics that aren't really readily available everywhere. And look at this. Isn't it sweet?
So this one, they got 2 charm packs.
Okay.
Until the charm packs are 19, I think 80 a piece. So they are more, that's why, how we did it.
Okay. Do you see that? And I do want you to know that Alicia had 2 different dye lots in this quilt. For some reason, we didn't, she started using some of her fabric and she said, I want this print. And we ordered it and it came in just a smidge different. But you see her blocks are made with the one and the other one. It's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. It's not a bad thing. So she made it work. All right. So that also came with this cool sticker. All right. I'm not going to get in trouble for this, I hope. I hope people have a good sense of humor, that they can understand what this is about. Because it is very important that you shut the blade up. Okay? Shut the blade up. So you got a fun sticker like that you can put on your water bottle. I put mine right on my cutting table, so I remember, make sure you shut that blade up. All right. Then, last but not least, the December quilt box had a layer cake in it, and it had some variety pack of triangle paper. So there wasn't a ton of stuff in this one because we put in a layer cake. Yep. All right. So there was not, is this a fat quarter bundle?
Yes, it's right there.
It's that. So they got this. I don't know how many fat quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fat quarters in here, and a layer cake. So we're well over that amount of money. And they got the 4 fat quarters for the ongoing. Okay, but look at how beautiful.
This one didn't have the.
Oh, because it was the end. Yes. Okay. Yep.
You have everything. You don't need it.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. Look at how beautiful this is. So this is out of a layer cake and a Bella Solid. And if you don't know by now, the Bella Solid that goes with all of my fabrics is porcelain. So it's 9900182. That is the fabric that closely resembles my fabrics. And that's the one I give Moda to be like, this is the light I want. So I always design around porcelain. So when you see that we put a background with most of these lighter, whiter quilts, I'm using porcelain. So you can always get that from us on our site. We have stocked tons and tons of bolts of it all the time. And hey, grab a bolt. Grab a bolt. Because, which reminds me, I have something to send to Alicia, and I want to send her a bolt of porcelain. Is there anything else you want to send her? If there is.
I think the bolt already went out.
Oh, then I don't have to send it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the one that was downstairs? Mm-hmm. I was waiting to see if you needed to send her anything.
No, we already sent
I'm doing business here right now. Do you see that?
We already sent her stuff.
Okay. All right. So did that get sent out then?
I think so.
Okay. Nobody listens to me.
I don't know.
Maybe it's still there. Okay. So, all right. what I just showed you, $270. How much fun was that? Okay, so I promise we are going to have a wonderful 2025. Do you have?
Can you talk about the wool projects?
I'm going to do that next, but can you run and downstairs by Terry and grab the fabrics for the ongoing project?
Is that where that is? Okay.
Yeah, it's on her desk.
That is the background that's needed.
Okay, so what is this for? For coming up? Okay, yes. All right, go. Okay, we'll do some questions.
Yeah,
first.
just one quick question. As far as the porcelain goes,
Yeah.
do we always have that in stock?
We always try to have it in stock. Yes, yes. If the only way we don't have it in stock is if it's Moda doesn't have any left and we're waiting for the shipment to come in, because when we do these big quilt-alongs like this and we need 8 yards of background, that eats up a lot of fabric, and Moda doesn't have an endless supply, you know. But I think they now know that I use that, and I'm constantly using that. Okay.
Do you see the next question
Yep.
there? Are the fabrics in the quilt box able to be starched?
You bet, because we starch here. So we're not going to give you a project that you're unable to starch. And for some reason, if it's not, it would be such a simple quilt that you wouldn't need to. All right. I think I remember one time we said don't starch because the pattern was simple. It was just like big squares. It was big squares and little squares, and we needed every bit of that charm square to do it. But yeah, so we always starch unless there is one, you know, something that doesn't allow us. All right, so I want to quickly just give you a little sneak peek of what we got going on. I'm going to show you the ongoing fabrics that you're going to get for the ongoing project for 2025. Now, I can't remember if we named this.
I don't think it's named.
I named all my projects, just so you all know. Okay, so we have 2 backgrounds available for next year's quilt box, and we have them on order, and we have ordered as much as we think we're going to need, but it ain't going to be nearly enough for everybody who's in the box to order it. All right, but I'm pretty sure that we will have multiple other versions of these fabrics, because this is my new Unity. Jess, you want to hold this close to the camera so they can see the 2 prints? So these are 2 backgrounds that we chose for you to use as your background for next year's project. So one is a flower, and then is that other one just kind of like a little itsy ditsy? What is that other one?
Yes. So the one that's the itsy ditsy is a little bit more on that brown warmer tone.
Okay.
And then the one that's a floral is a little bit more on that shirty.
Okay. All right. So I hope you heard that. So those are the backgrounds that we picked. All right. So here we picked Pam Buddha's line. So you are going to get some of these each box, and the fabric or the quilt, there's beautiful purples. So purples, greens, and pinks. I'll lay those there. More greens. Do you remember the name of this fabric line?
I want to say it's Sturbridge.
Sturbridge. Very, you know, last year we did the salads, very kind of modern. So now we're going to do something kind of traditional, but that whiter background is not going to make it, you know, dull, dingy, even primitive. I wouldn't even call it primitive. There's beautiful golds or cheddars, some rusty reds. There's another red here. Some beautiful blues. And I'm going to tell you, if you love stars, you're going to love this. And then there's some browns and blacks. And then I thought, there's no gold. There's cheddar. There's more like orange. But I thought, if you wanted to, maybe go into your stash and pull out a couple golds. But this is not in the line. I just pulled a couple old Joel Mortons I had. I'm just throwing this out there because there is no gold in this line. There is this cheddar. But if you might want to add one of your own fabrics to make it your own, and yours will be different than anybody else's. And I love doing that. Okay. So those are the fabrics along with the itty bitty background that is going to be a pre-order. It is not here until February. So it's coming soon. Right here,
Yep.
pre-order. Okay, so pre-order, you will only need to put in a non-refundable deposit, I think $1 per yard. And then the rest will be charged in February. So it's just a small pre-order. And the numbers are itty bitty 49285512 or 4928812. And we will have those on comment sold, right or no?
Those we will not.
Okay.
Those we will not because they're a pre-order.
Okay.
That's only found online. And you can go to our website and go underneath pre-orders and you will find, I was just going to look to see what it was under
Okay.
for that.
All right. So while she's looking, I just want what I just showed you was our ongoing fabrics for 2025. It's going to be gorgeous. I promise it's going to knock your socks off. And we have another fun year planned for the subscription boxes. And we might even see a mini or two in the quilt box this year. Okay. So any questions on the quilt box before I dive in to the wool box while I take another drink here? I'm a little out of practice. Anything?
How many yards should we order for the background?
8. And when I say 8, the reason why we do 8 is it probably takes 7, okay? But we want to give you a little room for boo-boos, and it just makes me nervous, all right? When you have a background, I always pad my directions about a half yard on 4 when we do a background, because I don't want to be stuck without, I want to be able to make a mistake. That's it. I want to be able to make a mistake or 2.
I just want to remind them that when they do go and purchase it, when we recommend that there's 8 yards, you have to put 8 yards in there. You can't just say 1 and expect you're going to get an 8-yard hunk.
Right. Nope.
And we do that in case you want to have a little extra for pillowcases or mistakes
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah. Maybe you want a matching set of pillowcases, so you want 10 yards. You can put whatever you want. We don't just say, here's your 8-yard hunk. We want you to put in how many yards you want. Okay. Because maybe, I don't know, maybe you only want a smaller quilt. So you're going to only do half the blocks or something. Okay. But beautiful fabrics. And it's going to be knock your socks off design this year. Like they all are, if you ask me. They all are really good. Or we wouldn't be doing them. I'm like, what I do is would I make that quilt? Yep, I'd make that quilt. So that's what determines whether or not which one we pick to be the ongoing project, right? So I personally love every one that we pick. Okay, moving on. So now we're gonna do the wool boxes. And those are right here. And I know the wool box because basically, yeah, I'm the wool box. Okay. So let's get rid of that one. And here's my stack for the wool box.
And I was just told by Jackson that the background for the pre-order for the quilt box is actually underneath subscriptions because that's where you would go for a subscription box.
So did you catch that? So if you want to order those 2 backgrounds, you have to go to subscriptions or blocks of the month. And it's in there under the quilt box probably, huh? Category?
It says 2025 ongoing quilt subscription box background.
Okay. All right. So there you go. We're all set for you today. If you're staying in and you are loyal and love what we do here, which most of you do. All right. And it's just so funny how it works. You know, we get those couple ladies that, you know, I had to laugh though, because one of the comments was, yeah, I've got this all figured out. I know what she does. You know what? She should call me because I want to know what we're doing because I don't have it figured out. So if you got it figured out, hey, I want to hear it. So some of them make me chuckle sometimes. So, all right, let's dive into the wool box. Now the wool box, $72, so under $500. And if you're a woolly, you know that that's not a lot. It's not a lot when it comes to, because wool is a premier fabric. It always has been high end. It costs money. And for $72, 6 times a year, you're going to get a fantastic year of fun with us, or maybe 2 years. All right, because we always do a 2-year ongoing project in the wool box because it's a marketing thing, and I want you to stay for 2 years. And then we do a 1-year project as well, and a bunch of other projects along with that. So let's start off with January's, which is not here. November. All right, maybe it's this one. There we go. January. What is this one? This one is December quilt box. Okay, quilt box out of here. Thank you. January. Oh, yes. I always love Januaries. They're a little hectic for me, but I love them. So this is when you opened up your box. This is what would be in it minus the finished projects. Okay, so what you're looking at is called Fresh Cut Garden. So that is the first block of our ongoing 2-year project. And I will show you this quilt at the end. So I'll finish this quilt at the end. There is one block. There are 12 because 12 gave us enough to do one block each box. Okay. All right. Then there was the 1-year project called Little Rose. So you got a packet that you did 2 little blocks, and that one is right here. So I'm just going to show you that up front. So you got this project, so you got 2 of these each month that the box came out, and then there was a finishing kit to this one. So I did have you purchase that if you wanted to do it. Now, some people didn't finish theirs like I did. Again, perfectly fine. All right. Some of you want to do things exactly how I do it, and some of you are okay figuring it out on your own and adding your touch to it. So we like that. We don't force you to buy a finishing kit. It's optional. Okay. You don't need to say something? No, you're good. All right. So we got the 2-year ongoing, which is right here, and I'll show you that at the end. You got the 1-year, and then we have a wool bundle. So this bundle of wool was in there. So I'll wait till she sneaks up on me here. And then there were 4 caramels in this box. And then the nice little January project here. So this one is called Winter is Coming. And again, everything I show you is going to be on Jess's live for sale after I'm done here. Boy, I'm talking a lot today, aren't I? Okay. What's that?
You've exceeded your time limit.
Yes, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Sometimes they're a little longer. All right, so that would have been the first box. I don't think I forgot anything. Then box 2. So Kaylee, do box 2. You don't have box 2. Okay, you were just showing you that. All right. So this one had the 2 blocks for the 1-year project, the one block for the ongoing, and then this mama. Look at this. Jess, what does this sell for in the store?
I think it's close to
$82. So see?
You blew the budget on that one.
Sometimes I blow the budget, but I eat it. Not, I mean, you guys, this is beautiful. And then 4 caramels. All right, so like I said, I blew the budget on that table mat, so there wasn't a lot of extra in there, but you got 3 things plus that project. Okay, now the May box. Ooh, this is a fun one. You got the Fresh Cut Garden block. You got the Little Rose blocks. This guy right here. And this came as a little matching set. So I was in the spring mood. All right, so I did this cute little, I think he's a quail. And then this fun runner, all with the same wools. So I just used the same wools from both projects to do this. Okay, and then I saw somebody do something with this. What did they do? They made a quilt out of it. All right, so they put this in the middle and then they put piece blocks around the outside. That was genius. So thank you for posting that. I love seeing that. And then a mug. You got the mug? So we had a mug that reminded us of Fresh Cut Garden. So when we saw that, we thought we're going to put this mug in their box too, so they can enjoy a beverage while they're quilting. She's looking for it under the box. Right there it is.
The one Marsh Fragile that fell off the chair.
All right, so look at how beautiful this mug is. It's huge. It came with 4 caramels in the middle. All right. And needles. Oh, I didn't see that on here. So there was some 22 needles in there as well. All right, so that is a beautiful mug. And we got lots of compliments. We got lots of comments on how everybody loved that mug. All right, then we have July. And July had a bunch of fun little things going on here too. Okay, so
July was colorful.
Yeah, July was very colorful. So we had this thing called Summer Trio. Summer Trio. So that was these guys here. And I had previously made some designs on these cute little design boards here. So that was part of Summer Trio. And then using the same wools that were in Summer Trio. And this one came with a little zipper pouch that matches this. That's where Jess probably went to get it, right? It was a lot of hard work to round up all these projects from a whole year because a lot of them were in the store or they were sitting on the shelf or, you know, something like that. But there's this cute zipper pouch that is an accessory to this mug, and I'm sure she'll bring it back up here in a minute. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see it right there. So see it? And then also this cute wool bundle here came in there. So do you see how from previous years we still have a few, you know, tchotchke things, mugs, pouches, but we're not going to do a lot of that this year. We're really going to flood you with supplies. Because to tell you the truth, that's easier for us. Because it's hard to get as many of these things as we need. But then this cute little wool bundle as well. So the July box had a lot going on in it as well. And then, of course, the 4 caramels, like I said. All right. Then September is another beautiful one here. Another big project. There wasn't a ton in this box because, again, I might have blown the budget on this one as well. All right, so look at this beautiful. All right.
All right, I got you back.
When I sit for a while, I don't bend that way with that in there. All right, so I love this. All right, it was beautiful. Maple leaves and berries and acorns. Just a fabulous fall mat for September. So you have this for September, October, and November. So that's that one. And then this one came with another wool bundle that I don't think I have here, but it's shown in the picture. So wool bundle, caramels, and it looks like 24 needles. And then we gave the wool box this as well, the little stitch thing. Because you do need to stitch on your machine even though you're working with wool too. Okay? So, and the needles came with that one too, but you didn't grab needles, right, Jess?
I did not.
Okay, no problem. All right, so then that was September, and we have one more box then. which would have been November. Oh, right here. This looks like it here. Okay. November. Now, I really love November's box. Okay. And there wasn't a ton in it because there was one project. So this is the kit that came in it here. So you got a charm, and then you got a whole bunch. So you got some flannel charms, and then you got a whole bunch of wools. And that was to make this one. I have been working on this quilt for about 2 years. So I take it with me. All right. Now, with one charm pack, you're able to do everything but this outer border. If you want to make yours big, there is an opportunity to purchase more charms, or guess what? This is going to take you a while, so I'm sure Primitive Gatherings is going to come out with another flannel line that you'll be able to purchase one when you need it. Or we also have this pack. We did this as a special. This is 6 by 10. So you would just need one of these to finish this too. And then it did not come with this tan fabric. So you could pick what color you wanted to set yours in. And we do have this on our website right now. And I can show you that we do have the where's the gray? Where's the dark gray? Is it over there?
Oh.
Okay. Yep. Here we go. We have 3 options for you.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. So this is the tan I used. However, we do not have very much of this left. Hardly, a handful of this. So she's so sassy. We do have a lot of this beautiful gray here. And then we have this on our website. This is in my newest flannel line as a pre-order right now. So this one, I don't know the number on it. Hang on, I will. It is in here. So if you want to order it but don't need it right now, is it in that one right there?
Nope.
Next one. That one. No, no,
Must be
no,
none of them.
no. Oh, it's in my hand. It's in my hand. All right. So, yeah, sorry. So we have a new one coming out that I think would be drop dead gorgeous. It's like a really, really light gray. And this one is 1040 80. F 1040 80. So this one is coming in Prairie Gatherings, which is coming in summer. And I know most of you can't stitch all those pennies. That took me 2 years. But so we have some options for you. And these are already on our website. If you have any questions and can't find something or whatever, you can always call. But your other options are 1040 77. And these are flannel. So is the F before or after?
Before.
So F 1040 77 is the tan, which we have a couple.
Do we?
I have a bolt at home.
Not in inventory.
Not it. Amy put two, 3 in. We have about 3. And then I might give up some of my my Moda yardage here. There's probably 2 here. Okay. And then, but we have lots of gray, and we do have an unlimited amount of this gray available as well. So we have a couple options, and that's all for this quilt. And isn't it beautiful? The pineapple lady quilted this. Okay. So super duper. All right. Now I have one more to show you, and that's the finished, not quite finished. It's going to Linda, and we held off sending it to her to show you. So she's chomping at the bit to get this baby. She's ready to go. But this was the ongoing 2-year project. So you got half of these blocks the year before, and then half this year, as I showed you here. All right, Jessica will help me. So this is not quilted yet. It is a scallop quilt. So I do have the scallop drawn on it, ready for Linda to work with. So this is, I'll sneak over this way a little bit. There we go. All right, so this was the 12 blocks in the middle. And then we had a finishing kit, which is this outer border here. All the birds, bees, dragonflies on the bottom. Let's show them the bottom. So there's the bottom, place for your initials. So there's a whole alphabet. And you're going to get every border for this. And that's why our finishing kit was, it was a little, it wasn't cheap, because we gave you the right tools to make this perfect for you. We give you that whole border all in 11 by 17 sheets. So you can tape them together, get your border on perfectly, and you're able to put that scallop in if you so wish. Now, again, I've seen several quilts where they didn't put the finishing border on and they just did it and it looks fabulous. So a lot of people are really good at adjusting. Maybe they could not afford a finishing kit. Hey, I get it. So there's always options with that. All right, so that was the grand finale of the wool box. So now it is 2025 and we are starting a brand new 2-year project, a brand new 1-year project, and some really great projects. Like the first project I'm not going to show you it either. I showed everybody and they absolutely are losing their minds over it. Barb lost her mind over it when I walked past her when she was doing Stitch Brothers the other day. She's like, I want to do that. Yeah, there's a little peek. Yep. There's a little peek on Stitch Brothers. So if you want to see that first project, not the ongoings, but that first project, there's a little peek of it. It's fabulous. I think. I don't really think too many of my things are fabulous, but this one is. I like it. It's good. Okay, I'm not showing it to you. I'm just going to love you, let you figure that out. Okay, now I really don't want to show you this, but I'm going to. This is our first block, which is really the 8th block in the quilt. So let me just explain the 2-year project. The 2-year project is 9 blocks and 4 borders, so 13 parts. We're going to fit that all in the 2 years. There will be no finishing kit. You will, however, have to purchase your background because we can't put that in the box. We don't have room for that. We want to give you all the wools and all the things that you can't easily get. You can easily get background, and you can get this one from us. We have 2 options for you. We have a crossweave option and we have a Bella Solid option for this one. They look exactly the same. You can't really even tell. All right. I chose the crossweave. So we have several thousands yards coming of.
The crossweave, we only have about 800 yards.
Okay.
The Bella we have more of, so it's just going to be.
All right.
It's just going to be your price point.
Yeah. So if you want to spend $9 a yard or $13 a yard. So those are your 2 price points and you only need 3 yards. So how cool is that? So not a big investment. If you can buy more if you want, it's there. But try not to, don't buy 10 yards if you don't need nearly 10 yards. It's 9 blocks. There will be a sashing. Now I haven't decided if I'm going to use a different fabric after my sashing, which I probably have to do because I don't have enough in the 3 yards. But there's a little bit of sashing or not in this quilt. But all the borders will be there. And that 3 yards includes the border fashion. So this quilt is probably under 60 inches. So I don't want you to hold me to it, but I think it's 56 or 58. Okay. So I'm going to show you part of the first block. I'm not going to show you the whole block. And I also want you to know that if you're a beginner, this is going to be beautiful for you to do because it's very simple, very easy to get done compared to last year. Last year is pretty intense with Fresh Cut Garden. We're gonna back off a little bit. We're gonna do something a little bit simpler. But those of you who like to go crazy, there's plenty of room to go nuts on this quilt. All right, and I'm sure you will do it. So I'm gonna kind of show you the color scheme of it. So here's that background. I'm not gonna show you the full flower. All right, so kind of squeeze in. So this is only 1 block. You can't even really tell this is a cross weave. The color scheme that I picked is going to be very amazing. You're going to love it. Everybody loves this as well. So there's your sneak peek of that. Now,
can we show them? I was going to say, like, drape it over the top.
All right. So here is the cross weave, and here's the Bella Solid. So to see how close they are. So you can decide which one you want, but they are pretty much identical until you get this close. Then you can see that this is a cross weave. And some of you might not like the cross weave, but I'm going to tell you the cross weave, beautiful to stitch on. Like Sherry was downstairs. She's like, how come none of your stuff puckers? How come it's so flat? I'm like, oh no, this fabric's just really nice. I don't have any of that. All right, so this is your choice. Bella, $9 a yard, 3 yards, or the cross weave, 3 yards.
And it is not white. It's kind of like a very soft gray.
Fog gray, I think. Yeah, it's a light gray. It's not white. I'll show you white. White.
Only because when I saw it in pictures,
this
I was
is
like,
white.
So you went white?
So see the paper?
And this one will be on comment sold later because we have it coming in.
Yeah, so this is not a pre-order. We have this. Okay?
What's the price on the cross weave? Did you say that?
$13 on the cross weave. So $39 for what you need. So so you get a little peek here. You can embellish. You can embellish. I showed you a little more on this one. But everybody loves that. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit now about the 1-year project. So do you remember I told you like I was kind of freaked out about that Netflix document series about how much we waste and just, you know, just weird, you know. So what I thought I would do is do something kind of funny. Yeah, grab me that. All right, this is the option. Okay, so I'm going to show you 1 block. The first month, you're going to get 7 blocks for the ongoing 1-year project. The on-year ongoing project is going to be a little bit more intense than previous year 1-year projects. Okay, I named it Indigo Revival. I'm using blue jeans. So I have cut up a bunch of my blue jeans for this. And I'm using several shades. They're not all different. They're not all the same. So I'm going to upcycle some of my blue jeans that don't fit me anymore, or Nick's blue jeans, or anybody's blue jeans I can get my hands on. But if this just turned you right off, we are going to put in something that looks blue jean-ish in your thing. This is one of the options. There's several different cross weaves. Some are a little lighter, some look a little bit more blue jean-ish. And if you want to use jeans on yours and want to kind of get on the bandwagon of upcycling some of your jeans, you can just use this as backing or binding or something like that. But we are going to give them 1.25 yards. 1.25 yards of this is going to come in your box. And there are several different ones because, of course, we didn't have one to do the whole box. But there are several different colors of this, shades of denim that we are going to give you. And so this one right here, we're going to do a medallion, but surrounded by a bunch of little blocks. So there's going to be one big one. But I haven't decided if the medallion is going to be like 4 blocks or 9 blocks out of all the blocks. Okay. But all so much fun. I had so much fun with the blue jean. Okay, I'll show you one more because I am nice. Let me just pick another one here. I know I talked a lot today, didn't I? You're tired of me already. Okay, here's a cute one. They're all cute, but see, this denim's a little darker than the last one. It's okay. See?
It's time to cut her off.
They're getting rid of me now. All right. So there were 2 sneak peeks. Did I miss anything, Jessica?
I don't think so.
All right, let me check my list. I know. I talked a lot. List looks good. All right. Do we have any idea what we're giving away today? Surprise?
Go back to the regular old.
I want to give away t-shirts as soon as they come in.
Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
They ain't in yet.
What t-shirts?
That one that you did all that work for.
The t-shirts that are online only?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure we'll have some here.
Yes.
All right.
Haley's offering hers up, I think. Nope.
No. All right. All right. Today's winners, thank you for hanging out with me this long. Okay. That was awesome. I hope you're inspired. And if you dropped out, it's no shame in coming back. All right. I know we're going to get a ton of people, new people. I'm going to keep promoting this, but don't wait so long because, you know, it's going to fill up. We did fill up with Fresh Cut Garden. We did not have it on the site anymore. So if you were one of them that bailed because you're overwhelmed and can't fit another project in, just remember that price point is good. It's happy mail. You're supporting a wonderful family business and all of my employees. And we really appreciate you. And we work really hard to make these boxes so much fun. All right.
I just quickly say that those of you who are waiting for your Unity blocks, they'll be going out on Monday.
Okay. Right. Which is perfect timing because we'll be discussing it next Thursday. Okay. All right. So our winners for today, Mary Fisher. Or is that Fetcher? Mary Fetcher or Mary Fisher?
It's Fetcher, I think.
Fetcher. F-E-C-H. I couldn't tell if your E was an I or E.
You know, my handwriting is getting worse and worse.
I know, right?
Like,
You're fired.
I'm
No.
not sure if it's the arthritis or it's the apathy.
Yeah. Homebody Patty in MO. I think that's Missouri. You won, Patty. And then Anna Cochran. You are today's winners. Email Heidi. Thank you, everyone. And happy 2025. Let's make it the best stitching year ever, especially here at Primitive Gatherings, where every stitch tells a story. Yes.